Hi, it's Jamie, and today I thought I would tell you about the time that I almost got hypnotized. Since I'm a college student, I get to go to all sorts of different events on campus for free. And in November, I saw a flyer for a hypnotist that was going to be coming to campus, and I decided to get a couple of girls and go with them to see the show. I've never ever been to a hypnotist show or anything similar to it, so I was really nervous about going, but I really wanted to see what the whole thing was about. The day of the show, I slept in until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon because I stayed up so late, and I was not tired at all. And the show started at about 7 or 8, I think it was 8. I sat kind of near the middle of the front section, so close enough to the front to see what was going on, but not too close. Whenever the show began, he asked for volunteers, and people, oddly, I thought people would be kind of like, they ran up onto that stage. I hope to kind of insert footage between when I'm talking, so I should have a clip of that right now.
It looks like we got 2 more chairs left up here, 2 more volunteers. We got 1. Anybody else?
The hypnotist explained basically from the beginning that everyone goes into like a semi-conscious state, like when you're driving and you make a wrong turn and don't realize it, or you kind of will zone out at any point in your life. And he said that was like hypnotizing ourselves. So after the 20 people come up, and he's already explained what being hypnotized means, he slowly starts talking to them like really calmingly. And he also says that at any point during the show, we are allowed to allow ourselves to be hypnotized, I suppose you could say. It's a really interesting concept to allow yourself to relax enough to do that. It took him maybe 5 minutes, and by the end of the 5 minutes, he was able to snap his fingers and they would seem to go completely to sleep whenever he told them to sleep.
Sleep. Some of you find your minds really tingly, really relaxed. You feel like you're in a daydream, but every time I said the word sleep.
I remember going in there and being wide awake because I had gotten up, 6 hours ago, and I usually stay up for at least 12, and I started getting really tired throughout the whole thing. Even though I was seemingly wide awake, I would be really tired, especially whenever he would have us focus on his hand and tell the audience, not even just the people that were on stage, he would tell us that if we didn't want to be hypnotized, we could fight it.
Your mind just sleeps. No, that's right. Put it back out in the audience.
I decided that I was going to fight like the sleepy feeling that was coming over me this whole time. Several times I kind of like started to zone out and focus more on his hand than anything else in the room, but I really wanted to get this experience on film too, so I never got hypnotized, but I could feel myself slowly being pulled almost to sleep, kind of. There were people in the audience that he would just say sleep, and they would just kind of fall over immediately. I didn't catch anyone on video doing that in the audience. I mostly just filmed the volunteers that went up on stage because they would be the ones that wouldn't mind being filmed, because a lot of people were filming. And I also did not film whenever the hypnotist tried to hypnotize us, because I thought it would be kind of rude in a sense, but he did pretty much the same thing he did with the volunteers as far as hypnotizing us, and he even had some people from the audience that fell asleep and were hypnotized come up on stage. So by the end of the show, some of the volunteers hadn't actually voluntarily volunteered from the start. They just let themselves be hypnotized in the audience, and then they went up on stage. So now this is the point where I'm going to try and insert some clips in the middle of this video. I can't play the original audio for everything because he had music in the background, and I don't want to get this video copyrighted and taken down off YouTube, so I may have the volume muted for those and just let my kind of theme music play through. I just filmed parts that I thought might be the most interesting, and in reality the whole show was interesting, but I just filmed what I could so that way I could also enjoy the show. I'm going to insert those clips here.
But your bodies are totally, completely made out of rubber. You will be able to sit up straight in your seats, all of you in 1, 2, 3. Wide awake. I can let this go. It's going to snap back. It will never hurt, but it will snap back in 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, take your hand, pull it over here, and just... You got soft hands. Let go. Now you want your hand back? Doing okay, sir? Does it hurt if I go? That hurt? I'm sorry. So it really hurt the point. I'm sorry. Alex, you got soft hands too. Thank you. Do you want your hand back, sir? Let's grab onto the other gentleman's hips so it's not as awkward. Gentlemen, the only way you can get your belly buttons untied is for you to move your hips. You will awaken, you will step back, sit back in your chairs, wonder what just happened. All of you in 1, 2, 3. Wide awake. Gentlemen, please sit down in your chairs and try to do a show here. You're a bunch of mind readers on the count of 3 as you awaken in 1, 2, 3. Wide awake. All right, let me get this straight. Who here can read people's minds? Right here. What's he thinking at this moment?
He's wondering what I'm going to say about him.
Okay, well, you just read his mind. All right. Let's see here. Love young lady in the white hat right there. What is she thinking?
She's trying not to think anything so that I can't guess it.
She's covering her face going, shit. The gentleman in the gray hoodie right there, what's he thinking?
He thinks it's funny that I'm hypnotized. Hi, Joe.
Yo, Joe. All right. As you take the 1 step forward, far enough away from your chair, when you hear music, you'll begin to dance. When I point at you or a group of you, you'll move forward and dance your solos. All of you, on the count of 3, as you awaken in 1, 2, 3. Wide awake. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. One, the only, the world famous, the river dancers, please stand up. Take 1 step forward. Hey girl.
Hey,
What's your name?
Grace.
Hey Grace. Beautiful name, by the way.
Thank you.
So what is it you're looking for?
Football players, basketball players, rappers, actors, anybody with a lot of digits in their bank account.
Digits in the bank account. What about personality?
A lot of money.
A rich personality. Your best quality?
I can look at somebody and guess about how much they got in their bank account.
Hey girl. Hi, what's your name?
Safina.
Safina. Beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
So what is it you're looking for?
Well, I'm just looking for a man to give me that big I've been searching for.
That's love, girls, that's love. So, what kind of qualities should they should this person be or have?
They should be intelligent. They should be able to hold a conversation, romantic, have a good job. I mean, yes.
What's your best quality?
Well, I'm a waitress by day, but at night I stay at the...
Sir? Yeah, man, what's your name?
Ramon.
All right. So what is it you're looking for?
You know, I don't got a preference. I mean, if the girl, she can do whatever. I don't care.
All right. But is there a certain type of quality in a woman you're looking for?
Well, I see 2 girls out there, like, they kind of nice, and I want to kind of hook up with them, you know.
So without pointing them out, just describe that that woman that just sort of catches your eye.
I mean, like I said, it don't matter. Like, she gonna be white, Caucasian. Oh, that's the same thing. Asian. You know, I'm down with the persuasion, whatever.
Okay. What about personality-wise? Because I mean, looks are one thing, but to be able to get along with them, or what kind of qualities you're looking for them personality-wise?
Like, she can't have no crappy personality. Like, I can't be at home trying to chill and then she up my butt doing all this 10, 12, and 13 stuff. Like, I can't do that. She gotta be able to hold down herself, but at the same time, she gotta look out for me, you know.
So, sir, what's your best quality?
I mean, I'm flexible. I can be diverse, like I said. Like, I don't put nobody down. Like, I'm chill, y'all. Call me. I don't care.
All right, you seem pretty easygoing. Nice to meet you.
So as you can see, it gets pretty crazy, the things he makes them do. This hypnotist, I can't quite pronounce his name, but he has opened for artists like Kesha, Bruno Mars, and Skrillex, actually. And the weird thing was that I think it was maybe the day before, Kelsey and I, my roommate, were talking about artists and things, and we mentioned Kesha, Bruno Mars, and Skrillex. So I thought that was just a weird coincidence, even though that has nothing really to do with the actual show. While the volunteers were still hypnotized and it was near the end of the show, he told them that they would be more confident people and things like that, which I thought was really nice if this actually worked. And then once he woke them up, he said that they would remember everything that they did. And a lot of people, I saw the two guys that you saw dancing in the video. They were dancing on each other, basically. I saw them kind of lean and look over at each other and start snickering because they realized what they'd been doing. So that they all looked super shocked and very wide awake, but at the same time kind of relaxed about it, because these were the people that volunteered to go up even in the middle of the show. As the three of us were leaving, my two friends and I, we were walking out of the auditorium that this was set in. I felt kind of, after you wake up from being asleep, you feel kind of groggy. That's how I felt as I was leaving, and I'm not 100% sure why. If it was just maybe I was tuned into the show. I'm still really skeptical about this whole hypnotism thing. I feel like there's some proof to it. I feel like some hypnotists may be faking and may have fake volunteers placed in the audience, but I see a lot of those people that were up on that stage on campus. I've seen them since. I can see it being a different form of consciousness, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you think about hypnotism. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Or do you think it's kind of in between like me? I'm kind of torn between how real it is and how much of it is just acting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will definitely read through some of them. And if you've ever been to a hypnotist show, I would love to hear what you thought about it. Hope you guys enjoyed my little story about the time I was almost hypnotized. I will talk to you guys next video. Bye. People outside. Still waiting. Can you hear that? Talking about getting their nails done and they're screaming. Wow.